Tears, anger, and uncertainty filled the streets of Chiredzi as bulldozers moved in and illegal structures came crashing down. For town authorities, it was a necessary operation to restore order, improve sanitation, and modernize the town. For hundreds of vendors, however, it was the destruction of their livelihoods. Some say they lost everything. Others are now wondering how they will pay school fees, repay loans, and put food on the table. The operation has divided opinion across Zimbabwe. Is this the cleanup Chiredzi needed? Or are struggling families paying the highest price? Stay tuned. And before we continue, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe news and analysis.
Vanhu vari kuputsa izvi ndivana munangagwa nanachifaro uvaudze kuti inini tafatswa ngavave vandiuraye muno muChiredzi imbwa dzevanhu havana kana basa nevanhu vana chivhayo nana munangagwa chavanogona kupa munhu akwa kupa munhu GD6 kupa munhu penzi ye700,000 but vanhu ava kutsamurura ava ona zvavaitwa vanhu tarisa kusatora ini tora uko zvaitwa vanhu muri kufara nazvo here zvaitwa izvi vanhu ava ndakauya muno muChiredzi 2018 varipo ndichidya sadza apa mazviwa ndichibata muno murenge ndichidya sadza apa nhasi vodzinga vanhu avopwanya vanhu bhai just because vapuwa 2 years more vakudzinga vanhu bhai
tane 30 years tichitengesera muno murenge tichibhadharira vana fizi muno murenge chinonyanya kutirwadza mashopa yatisakapakura tapakura ndobva tabviswa pakaswa nemari ndokundokurapo pachikozha tisakapakura takura nokuiswa nemari kuna kwana gondolako ndokukura ndokuisa nemari kuchisa complex ndokukura madhoti aivako ndokuisa nemari ndokuenda kwaRichards kutauni ndokunoiswa koko ndokunokura matuzvi tichipedza vachisa nemari saka isu varombo toenda kupi nemhuri dzedu maona vana vachichema mayunivhesiti vamwe vandaenda kuyunivhesiti mari havana mari kubva grade 1 kusvika kuyunivhesiti kwavari imari yomusika muno murengi isi hatina kuramba kubuda murengiso tati kana mogadzira rengi yenyu toenda kune mabhazi komune chanesa mabhazi takainga mabhazi munesu tiri mawindi
The town of Chiredzi witnessed dramatic scenes this week following a large-scale operation targeting illegal structures and undesignated vending sites. The exercise, carried out under the direction of local authorities, saw numerous informal trading stores and structures demolished as part of what officials describe as a broader effort to improve the appearance, health standards, and orderly development of the town. For council officials, the operation represents an important step toward creating a cleaner and more organized urban environment. However, for many affected residents, the day brought heartbreak and uncertainty. As demolition teams moved through various parts of Chiredzi, vendors watched helplessly as structures they depended on for survival were torn down. Many of the affected traders said they had invested significant amounts of money into their vending spaces. Some had borrowed money to start their businesses. Others had spent years building customer networks and establishing a reliable source of income. Within hours, much of that investment had disappeared. Several vendors expressed frustration, arguing that they were not given enough notice before the operation began. According to some traders, they would have cooperated if they had been provided with adequate time to relocate their businesses or seek alternative trading spaces. Instead, many claim they were caught off guard by the speed and scale of the operation. For families already facing economic hardships, the consequences could be severe. Many vendors explained that their businesses were not merely side projects, they were the primary source of income for entire households. School fees, rent payments, electricity bills, transport costs, and daily food purchases all depended on the money generated through informal trading. Now, many families are uncertain about how they will survive in the coming weeks. One of the most common concerns raised by affected residents was the issue of debt. Several traders reported having loans that still need to be repaid without their vending businesses. Many fear they could default on those obligations. Others worry that losing their source of income could force children out of school if fees can no longer be paid. These concerns have added an emotional dimension to the debate. On the other side of the argument stands Chiredzi Town Council. Officials insist the operation was not designed to punish vendors, but rather to address long-standing challenges facing the town. According to council authorities, the demolitions form part of a directive from the Ministry of Local Government aimed at improving sanitation, public health, service delivery, and urban planning. Council officials argue that illegal structures often create serious challenges. These can include blocked roads, poor waste management, overcrowding, fire hazards, and difficulties in delivering essential municipal services. From the council's perspective, orderly development is necessary if Chiredzi is to grow into a cleaner, safer, and more attractive town. Supporters of the operation point out that many towns and cities across Zimbabwe are facing similar challenges. Rapid urbanization and economic pressures have led to the growth of informal trading areas that often develop outside official planning frameworks. Authorities argue that if such growth is left unmanaged, it can undermine long-term development goals. However, critics say the solution cannot simply be demolition. Many believe local authorities should provide alternative trading spaces before removing vendors from existing locations. Others argue that the informal sector has become the backbone of survival for many Zimbabweans and should be treated as an important part of the economy rather than a problem to be removed. Urban planning experts note that the challenge facing Chiredzi is not unique. Across Africa, local governments continue struggling to balance economic survival with urban management. The question is how to create orderly towns without destroying the livelihoods of vulnerable citizens. Finding that balance remains one of the biggest policy challenges facing local authorities. As emotions continue running high, the debate is likely to continue. Some residents support the council's efforts to modernize the town. Others believe more compassion and consultation should have been shown to affected traders. What is clear is that the operation has sparked an important national conversation about development, livelihoods, and the future of Zimbabwe's informal economy. For now, many vendors are left counting their losses and searching for a way forward. Meanwhile, council authorities remain committed to implementing the government's directive. Whether the operation ultimately improves Chiredzi or creates deeper economic challenges remains a matter of intense public debate. Do you support the demolition of illegal vending sites in Chiredzi? Or should authorities first provide alternative trading spaces before carrying out such operations? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this report, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe news and analysis. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.